ChatGPT, I'm sure you've heard of this. This thing will write anything you ask for in any style. It can be a letter, a poem, a song lyric, an essay, software code, an outline, a list of interview questions, a book, an article, a synopsis, an academic paper, anything you ask for in any style. So I said, write a biblical verse in the style of King James Bible telling the Goldilocks story, and instantly it cranked out, and it came to pass that Goldilocks, a fair and obedient child, didst wander into the forest, where she didst come upon the home of the three bears, and so on, instantly. So this came out very recently, and my son Jeffrey was just applying to colleges. He happens to be a two-time North American youth Scrabble champion, so I bet you can't guess what his college essay was about. So he worked on it and worked on it, got better and better and better, funnier, cleverer, more interesting. And then ChatGPT came out. And just for fun, write a college essay for a Scrabble champion. It wrote the same essay my kid had spent a month on. Actually, as a lifelong Scrabble enthusiast, I've always been drawn to the unique challenge. One of the things I love most is the intellectual challenge. I also enjoy the social aspect of Scrabble. I've met many wonderful people through the game. Like, where did it get that? I mean, that's amazing. So the one difference between this and Jeffrey's actual essay is that his essay was much funnier, had some little wisecracks and jokes in it. So it's called ChatGPT, meaning you're supposed to go back and forth with it, respond to it. So we said, make it funnier. And it wrote the same essay, but funny. I mean, well, all right, so let me show you how this works. I'm gonna ask you again to think of a prompt, any of the categories that I mentioned, an essay, a letter, a song lyric, what should we have it write? Give me a topic. Yes?
Application, become a wise man.
Oh, great! Write an application to become a member of the Westport Wise Men. Okay. Dear Westport Wise Men, I'm expressing my strong interest in becoming a member of the Westport Wise Men. As an active and dedicated member of the community, I firmly believe in the mission and values of your organization. I've been aware of the Wise Men reputation for fostering a sense of community, promoting personal growth, and providing support to local charitable initiatives. Is that true? Yeah, why not? Okay. Eager to become, allow me to share my personal qualifications. I'm a blank profession with blank number of years. I've been a resident of Westport for blank number of years, considered my home, and so on. All right, so boom, I just saved you 20 minutes. Okay, so now, write that in iambic pentameter, as suggested by a fellow member. And I write to join the Westport Wise Men esteemed, a member of the community I stand, in service to your mission values deemed, to lend my skills, time, energy in hand. You asked. Thank you for your kind consideration. I eagerly await your prompt reply. To join the ranks, fulfill my aspiration. Westport Wise Men, a purpose I'll apply. Pretty good. So the reason I asked if it's true that you guys make charitable donations is because ChatGPT has become famous for what is known as hallucinations. This is where it gives you complete bull in an absolutely authoritative, confident way. And you have no idea whether the true part is true and the false part is true. It's unbelievable. So OpenAI, the company that made DALL-E, also made ChatGPT, freaking the world out. But there are other companies doing the same thing. Google has their own version. It's called Google Bard. And Microsoft has their own version called Microsoft Bing. It's an upgraded version. And I recently, believe it or not, for the first time, I read Slaughterhouse-Five, Kurt Vonnegut book, fantastic. And then I found out there was a movie. And I'm like, how did they make a movie of this? So I watched the movie, and I'm like, wow, that was a wild way to make a movie of an unfilmable book. I wonder what Kurt Vonnegut thought of it. So I asked Google Bard. And Google said, Kurt Vonnegut was not a fan of any of the movies made from his books, and in particular, bullet number 1, I thought it was a terrible movie It was so literal, it was like a Reader's Digest version of the book. That's a quote. That's supposed to be a Kurt Vonnegut quote. But he never said that. In fact, he said the exact opposite. So if you go to the Wikipedia page, here's what he really said in Life magazine. They made a flawless translation of my novel, of Slaughterhouse-Five. I drool and cackle every time I watch that film because it's so harmonious with the way I felt. Well, you wouldn't have known that from Google Bard.